Oh, good.
Okay, hello. We are recording. Testing 1, 2, 3. Welcome back to another edition of Birds of a Feather. It's your girl AJ Spartan Princess here. The CoEd edition, of course, with none other than Eddie B. What's up, homie?
What's going on, AJ? It's been a minute, so
It has been a minute. It has been a minute. Happy game 2. We didn't get to talk about game 1, but tonight obviously is
because they're
game 1.
so close
Yep,
together.
so close together. I'm sure the players are way more tired than we are.
Oh, of course,
Us
of
with our
course.
jobs, but it's been a busy week. I've been nauseous. You've been busy. It's just been a lot of life and I wanted to get a pot in earlier this week, but then I just couldn't get myself to really be still. So anyway, what are your thoughts basically? Because now that we know that they won, yeah, it was an ugly win. I wasn't sweating much about it. I was a little bummed for it being the first game and not so eventful, but you have to consider what we've
Yeah,
been talking
it was.
about. These games are never going to be
Yeah,
easy because they have to adjust to every new thing. So, what do you think?
yeah, it was a lot of ugly football this week. I
Yeah.
mean, all around the board. I mean, not just the Eagles, but a lot of other teams too had some ugly wins and some ugly play because it was a mess with some of the weather and the rain. So it was a little sloppy out, but hey, you know what? As long as they came away with the win, I'm happy. Yeah, it was ugly, yes, but I'll take it.
I mean,
I
honestly, the
mean,
Eagles didn't get blanked like the Giants did, so we did kind of better than they
God,
did.
that was
Stomped
yeah,
by the Cowboys,
oof.
40-0. That's not us.
Now they're
So
gonna as they pad the Cowboys stats for the year.
come on. I turned it off before halftime because even I saw
Oh,
that bullshit.
I don't even think I got that far because
Yeah, I know
I was
you.
like, is
I'm
it worth?
shocked you even
Is,
watched any of it.
I was like, is it worth staying up late watching this? 'Cause, it wasn't because it
Once you
wasn't
saw
entertaining at
those
all.
back-to-back defensive touchdowns, and I hadn't seen Dak do anything different. I was just like, all right, you know what? I'm over it.
No,
I just couldn't get
straight
through.
beat down. Yeah,
Yeah.
straight
So
beat down.
basically between them and other shocking games that were just like, what is going on? Week 1 was definitely an experiment of this is why they play some of these players in preseason and why now even Coach Sirianni now is thinking about next year using the
Yeah,
starters
he
for
is
like every
already.
game or
Yeah.
two. Yeah,
Well,
he knew
he
from day
actually
one.
he he started them last year. Like, what they played a couple series here and there, but yeah.
And I
So
don't
he
even
was like,
remember. Did Hurts play? Did Hurts play last preseason? I don't even remember.
I thought he took a series against the Jets. I could have swore he did.
Yeah, okay. Maybe he did. Either way, the point is now you see why it's important because before we used to think we were getting an advantage, giving our guys rest so that no possible injuries. But at this point, look, this is the crew we're pretty much going to have with for at least another season. So I think it just would be
Hmm.
smarter to for them to not be as rusty as if they get maybe half a series or not even half a series, like a full series, if not first
Yeah.
half, like they used to do for the preseasons when there were 4 weeks, and just to get the different mix-ups possibilities because there was just too many short plays that got us all excited, and then we had to wait 2 more weeks for it to be over to see them all again. So now,
Hmm.
cut to the
Yeah.
Vikings game, and we didn't even really get to see DeAndre Swift. We didn't get to see any Dallas. We didn't get to see anybody but AJ, pretty much, and Devontae out there as far as offense. And then obviously Hurts was
Yeah.
uncomfortable. The O line was not really protecting him like they normally do, and he was playing.
Yeah.
He was regressing. So, what did you
It,
do? You agree?
yeah. They definitely have problems moving the ball. They had they put some drives together, but it was just like wow. Okay.
They were
I mean,
sputtering.
yeah. Thank God. Thank God. Elliott
Mm-hmm.
was on point because he hit
Yeah.
four. Made his was it 4 field goals of 48 yards or more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was a
Yeah.
big deal for him to be special
He,
player of the week. I mean, that's a big
yeah, 50,
that's
what, a
his foot
56?
came in handy. Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
56
he had a 50.
was the longest one. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was crazy. I was like, wow. Hopefully, we won't need him
Yeah.
to do anything. And hopefully, we won't need Sip off that much because, oh my God, his
We
kicking is
shouldn't rely on
horrible.
Kiki Boy that much. I mean, for him to have defined that whole offense is saying
Well,
a lot for that game.
people
For
wonder why we go for it so much. That's why we go for it so much.
I'm just saying, like the reality was
Yeah.
And that if that didn't even work, then you knew something was a mess with this defense because the times that they went for it, it was almost going back to when Sirianni first coached. It was like he didn't really know when to fit it in, and then when he did go for it, it was like,
Mm.
why are you going for it there? Like it's and something to be said that Brian Johnson being the OC now, obviously there's going to be some things that are going to be different, but
Yeah,
clearly, I personally think though that Gainwell is not a starting back, but I think we knew that.
yeah. I like seeing him in the third down back role.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like.
Yeah,
I'm hoping we see a difference today, which I think we will because they're going to
yeah,
probably have somebody else take over.
yeah.
So,
I don't doubt it.
and I mean, honestly, like, uh, Johnson, I think they'll figure it out. Like,
They
no, the
will. I
coordinator will
mean,
figure it
he was the QB coach, so why
out.
wouldn't he be good? But OC is a totally different beast, so he has to
He's
consider a
got
lot of
more.
things that
Yeah,
he didn't
he's got more
use.
on his plate now. Yeah, before.
Right, right.
Uh,
So
and
that's all he has to
I think it,
embrace.
yeah, yeah, I think the defense did a. You know what? The defense did a job at the end of the game. They turned it on at the end, and that's what. I
That's all
mean,
that matters. I mean, shout
that
out to
sack by
Slay
Carter. That sack by Carter was big at the end.
Carter.
Uh, so,
Slay defining the
you knew
whole
you knew
first
you
half.
knew they were gonna pick. You knew they were gonna pick on Joe. And you know what? He did the right thing. He pushed the receiver out. He
Mm-hmm.
pushed him out of bounds, and
Mm-hmm.
they're probably like, damn, maybe we shouldn't have picked on him, but they glad that backfired. So
Well, the injuries now without Bradbury for concussion and without uh Reed with Blankenship, now we can see how much more Job has grown from last year, obviously, with
well,
this
we're
game
gonna
tonight. Have no choice. And hopefully see my boy Sydney because they have
yeah
to re up,
we're gonna get a dose of Sydney, yeah.
which is
So
good because he's a
hopefully,
missile. So hopefully he can hang it.
and then they starting to run it a linebacker to cover Kobe
Hmm.
for a little bit.
I think he's from the Colts. I think they got another
Yeah,
linebacker
I
from the
mean
Colts.
I like Ellis, but I don't know if he's up to the task
Yeah,
of
Ellis
being the
was good for
caller.
special teams. They were calling his name a lot last year, but like you said, if you're mostly good at a limited position, it's another thing when you have to start. So we'll
Mm-hmm.
see what happens without N'Kobe in the lineup full
Or
time.
maybe
So
he'll be a little better this week. Maybe have jitters or something. I don't
you never
know.
know. I mean, honestly, every team people have to consider too as fans. We have to realize that early injuries is nothing but a sign of just rustiness from not having real teams in competition. Like they only really had in practice with the Browns and
Mm.
I think it was just the Browns, right? Or was it Patriots too, or was it just Browns?
It was the Browns and the Colts.
Browns and the Colts. So it's like at this point, every team is different. So even when you do have in practice with other teams, you don't necessarily mean that you're going to know exactly every move, especially if you're not a starter. So people have to consider a lot of the stuff that even if it was an ugly win, there's reasons for it. And obviously
Mm.
now when you're on defense, you're probably going to obviously see a lot more Avante. Hopefully Sydney be tearing it up just like he does when he has opportunities. As little as the few that he has, he obviously comes out of nowhere. So hopefully he can repeat that, and then hopefully Josh Jobe, and then who's the other guy? Are they going to use Eli Ricks or the Evans kid?
Uh,
Evans
well,
is the
Rick
other.
isn't Rick's a safety. Rick's is a safety, right?
Ricks is a safety, but I
Yeah.
was thinking they were talking about the guy that wasn't that good last game was Evans. He wasn't covering very well. I think that was the other guy.
Yeah, Evans. Yeah,
Yeah, Evans. So we'll see if they can step it
we'll
up.
probably we'll probably see a dose of Kylie too. I mean,
Yeah.
Ringo.
So,
Yeah. So,
but the bottom line is you're right. Defense did great. Obviously, Slay defined the whole first half with his pick six. That was a good look for him. He hadn't done that in a
yeah,
while.
I
So
think the defensive line is going to tee up.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
they didn't like the fact that they didn't get. They almost got him. I don't know how many times
They almost had
this
three
last
picks,
week.
technically, if you really think about it.
Yeah,
Josh
and
Sweaty
they
almost had a
almost
pick. Yeah,
and they almost sacked him like I don't know how many times. So
yeah. So
somebody's gonna get home tonight. I mean, let's see. My first prediction is gonna be I think Noah Smith gets his first sack tonight.
say it again. Who you think? Oh,
I think
Nolan.
Smith
Okay,
is
yeah,
gonna.
yeah, yeah.
I think he's gonna get his first sack
Right, because Jalen got his. So yeah, I think it's time for Nolan to get some. I also do think that Dallas will get a touchdown tonight because I think it Hurts will make it
tonight.
a point now because everybody kept
Yeah,
throwing his
I
name
don't think
out
he
there.
had. I don't think he had time. That was
No, he
actually
didn't.
run some pretty. he runs some pretty deep routes too. Like he
He
was pretty
does,
far
but
out there.
that
So
was
I
all
think he
over
didn't have
Twitter
time.
was that people thought he
Couldn't
was.
find him. Yeah,
Yeah,
he couldn't find him.
it
He
was
didn't have time.
clearly he didn't have time, and that's why I was saying the O
Yeah,
line was a problem. So it may be the issue with Jurgens being
it
the
could have
guard. Maybe he was having some issues. Maylada was having
been the
issues.
footing. Could have been
Yeah, the
footing in the
footing.
rain.
Yeah,
It's
the rain was
just a
obviously going to be a
messy.
factor at some point because there were
And
fumbles. You know.
yeah, and they're not, and they weren't in the rain. Remember, they came out like that against Detroit. We almost lost the game to Detroit too.
Yeah, and Jalen
You
fumbled again,
know,
so it's like everybody was having
oh
issues
yeah,
with ball control.
that scared the hell out of me. I thought he got hurt on that
That was
play. He
PTSD
got
from the Super Bowl. As soon as it
the
happened, I was
way
like, shit.
the way he got hit. I was like, oh no, because
It
the
was
guy, I
right on
mean,
the ball, right?
guy
Yeah,
rocked him. Yeah, he hit him hard too. I
right.
was like, oh, but then he got
Yeah.
up. I was like, thank God, he's up.
No, I knew he was. I knew he was fine, but honestly, the fumble did to give me a little PTSD from the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna lie
Hmm.
to you, but I'm not worried about him in the fumbleitis. We just got to make sure our running backs hold on to the ball because that's usually where we had issues with fumbling in the past. But knowing
Yeah.
that Gainwell also had a knee issue too, that probably explains why he wasn't really doing much towards the middle of the game. So they probably just figured use him less.
Hmm.
But I'm with you. I do predict that someone on defense will make another impact tonight, but I also do feel like the offense will look a lot more calm and settled in after like the
And you know,
first series.
yeah. And
So
you know,
okay,
Slay's
so
gonna be all over. He's gonna be all over Justin Jefferson. So I mean, he's gonna have to be.
that'll be the
Uh,
matchup to watch, obviously, because that's what happened
well,
last year.
he's like his kryptonite. So Slay's like his kryptonite.
That's what I'm
So
saying. Yeah, that'll all
yeah.
eyes will be on that, and then all eyes will be on if anybody in the new in the on the new side of the defense will make any splashes or will
Yeah,
they have
because
a field day because apparently the Vikings don't have their center, so that could be heaven
oh,
for
that's not
Carter.
good.
It's not good. So
That's gonna make timing issues. That's gonna do a lot to disrupt.
let's just hope it's more on them and not us because we don't need any timing issues anymore at this point. And
Yeah, that center's gonna throw everything off because they're especially if they're getting rushed. If they keep sending that front four and they throw in the five sometimes. What are you gonna do with a rookie center or whoever their center is? I don't know who he is
we know
at the
the fans are
moment.
going to be
But
very, very loud. So let's just hope that the timing doesn't affect us because sometimes we be forgetting who's snapping the ball at times when we hype. So
you know what happens to the Vikings a lot when they come to
yo,
Philly.
yeah.
They fold like a chair. So I mean, it's
Well, and then people kept replaying clips of when they kept changing the skulls into foals. So that whole
mm,
memory of how the audience just kind of just turned the skull thing against the Vikings. As soon as Kurt looks any shaky tonight, it's going to be loud in there. So, but let's just be
well,
patient because we expect a win, but it may not come as easily. Every game is going to be harder now.
I don't think it's gonna be easy, but Kirk Cousins folds in prime time. So I mean,
He does, and honestly, I think he'll continue the record tonight because this is the time where Jalen doesn't want to look like he did last game, and I think that the offense will make
oh,
him
they're
look.
and you know they're mad. You know they're upset about
Jalen's
the
probably been pissed
battle.
since third quarter. Like he's probably been
Yeah,
like,
right.
"Oh, man, so he knew things were flat. And so I think that
Right.
that's why he's so calm about it when it comes to discussing losses now, because he already knows that people are just waiting for him to not look comfortable. And he did not look comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
He looked like he started his second year all over again. So,
Mm-hmm.
but anyway, so sidebar, just want to just bring up before we go, because I know Ed got to get to his location and I haven't eaten since like 12 o'clock, so I'm starving. Um, for all those out there who did watch the Kelsey doc, it's very, very cool. It's very
Yeah, it's
funny.
on my list.
Did you? Oh, you didn't see it yet? Okay, I'm not gonna say more.
No,
It
I haven't
definitely.
had time. I haven't had time to watch it yet, but
Yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry.
it's on
Eddie's
my
been
queue.
busy. My bad.
It's in my queue, so I'm gonna watch it
Eddie's been
tomorrow because
busy. He's been
I have some
working. I
time.
haven't had time because I've been nauseous as hell. So I've had time to watch movies. But yeah,
I'm
definitely
glad you're
go
feeling
see the
better
Kelsey.
too.
Thank you. Yes, thank you for soup and water. And also to sidebar, the Phillies obviously gave it up last night. The Braves took over for the division, which is
Yeah, but
fine.
yes, they've been hanging
It's
tough. They've been even though they lost those games, they were hanging tough with the Braves. I'll give them that, but the Braves are so fucking good though, and
they
that's the
are,
part
and
that's like,
that's why I say like you had to take the little victories. But I mean, damn again, if Sanchez couldn't play a good game and they can't give him support, I have no idea why. Like he's like kryptonite for the
well,
offense.
he didn't have a good game. I mean, he gave up runs. So
He did give up runs, but I'm just saying, like, usually most of the time, even when he does, because mostly every pitcher is going to give up runs, even Nola does. But at the same time, I
Yeah.
do feel like that seems to be an issue with them, with even trying to slide by with teams like the Braves, is they can't get run support when they really need it. So, but
Mm.
that does not mean that they can't beat them in the playoffs. So we've been here before.
Well,
Um,
they've done it. They've done it plenty of times in the playoffs. Like,
yeah, so let's
mm,
just not panic about the Phillies. I know it's not exactly sexy to talk about them right now, but I'm just saying we've been here before, y'all. And the fact these motherfathers even whimpered their way into the World Series last season, this kind of
mm,
lull is not going to last long. So just like all our teams, just root
nah.
for the guys that are focused now. So right now we got to shift our focus back to the birds. Um, Score predictions just because I like to do this, but I'm going to say 27-17 birds. What about you?
27-17. I'm gonna be a little bit bolder. I'm gonna say uh Eagles Eagles 30, and I'm gonna say they're only gonna get 10 points for that
Oh,
Vikings. Yeah.
oh, okay.
I got a feeling the lights are gonna be too big for them tonight, but
Okay, so they'll be going giving that kind of Monday night football revenge type of game, but just Thursday night. I like
and
it.
the fans, the fans gonna be fucking fired up too. So that place is, you're gonna be able to hear yourself even think. And
No, I
that's
saw Mike Vick is there. There's a lot of people there. Mike Vick's there. Malcolm Jenkins is the honorary captain. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of energy in there. I wish I was there. It's a beautiful day to be tailgating, but Lord knows I couldn't get
oh,
there.
it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous outside.
It was a
Yeah,
gorgeous day. It's not too hot,
it's
but
a little bit of chill in the air. 'Cause this morning when I went to work at like 6 something this morning, I drove to
yeah,
King of Prussia.
it's
It was chilly. It was
It's the
actually pretty
autumn
chilly out.
teas. It's the
I
autumn
love
teas
it.
because
I love it.
next week is my birthday. So usually around my birthday is the autumn equinox. So just as it starts teasing like 70-degree weather, we're heading into football weather, which is great.
You
But
get your
I'm pissed because
Indian summer.
I ordered a pool pump from my new little pool that I couldn't use, and bitch, there
Mm.
better be one more week of hot weather just so I can get in my pool one last time before I have to put this damn thing up because I didn't even get to enjoy
Oh god.
my little adult summer because that was the goal
Nah.
before while we went through that heat wave for 1 week, and now of
Uh,
course it's over. Anyway, all right. So go birds. We will definitely
go
talk in more
birds.
depth later as the week goes on because obviously this Sunday will be a bunch of other teams and we won't play till next Sunday. So hopefully we'll get everybody back in due form in the regular Sunday mode for game
I know
three.
we
And
get a nice little break.
we do. They need it. They definitely need it because honestly, this back to back sucks for a week for the first 2 weeks
Oh
of
my
the season.
god, yeah.
It's
And you're
brutal. But
still trying to work on stuff.
yeah,
So
yeah. So, but all right. All right. Well, go birds. And Ed, you have fun. You be safe. And we'll talk soon. Thanks for
yeah, we
watching,
will.
kids. Birds of a Feather, AJ the Suburban Princess, Eddie B. We are
We're out.
out. Peace out. Fly Eagles.